Okay. This is one of them jobs that you take just because you're dumb. The guys that know me know I'm in the fight for the almighty dollar for the doctors. This is one of those fighting guys that fight like on UFC or whatever it's called. It's in town for a big thing this weekend. Nobody else in town had time to get them done. And since by the time I get done tonight, I'll already have 40 hours for this week. And that's kind of hard on an old man. You can tell from these band-aids that my sleeves have got my arms, my hair follicles so messed up, I wound up having to go to the doctor to get some antibiotics and some salve for them. But what I'm going to show you here is what I call the Teeter Totter. It's when you're just so absolutely wore out, there's no possible way you can pull, because I'm a puller, I'm not a pusher. Because you don't have control over the squeegee edge or the ink, in my opinion, like you do when you pull. Because I use the edge to get different coverages and speed, pretty much just like you do on automatic. And you must have good tight screens to do this, or everything just blurs so bad it absolutely ruins any good edge that you have. And while I'm doing this, you young guys, I don't care if it's $5. You start something to put some retirement money back while you're still young enough to get any good out of it. When you get toward the end, you'll be a lot better off if you're smarter than some of us old guys that's just made ends meet all our life and had fun with the money. By going just pulling or just pushing, you don't get the coverage like you do with this thing I call the Teeter Totter. But there again, like I said, if your screen isn't tight, or you're talking about Blur City. And I had to do, if you can believe this, in my shop, I had to do white hooded sweats, front and back, and both sleeves, multicolor. And that right there was a chore in itself, trying to keep those white shirts clean. This guy's name is Israel Gomez. He's supposed to be a way up there as far as people in that kind of stuff knows who he is. And I guess I'll wind up putting the Teeter Totter in my speed printing. Really trying to out fast the flash too. I'm just barely letting them flash, because I'm behind on 2 of my Army jobs, right behind this one. But if y'all like comment on this later on, I know that I'm pretty sure Sam and Brad and probably Jay are smart enough to have some kind of like retirement, tax-free retirement thing started, because they're pretty smart businessmen, and they're still young enough to at least reap some good out of it. And on this Teeter Totter now, the edges do try to blur just a little bit. And since I'm putting a black cover-up stroke on top of it, it cleans the edges back up for you. I wasn't going to print the black, but the girl that did the artwork left 2 white blotches in it that had to have black. Other than that, I wouldn't have had to print black. But you know the old saying, stuff happens, right? And this is what you wind up with. Which everything, I mean, by the time you cover it up with the black, you still got a good looking shirt. I'm just doing whatever it takes to make it easy on me, because the old man is hurting.